Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, I rise under Rule 31 of the Rules of Procedure to present a petition on behalf of Mrs. Tamale Okao, the petitioner present in the gallery, regarding the failure by Ndejje University to release students' transcripts and academic certificates, a matter affecting the educational and professional prospects of the affected students. Right Honourable Speaker, honourable members, the humble petitioner, Okao, age of St. Stephen Nursery Teachers College, and who hereby states as hereunder that she's a former director who served the state school for a period of 17 years, from 2005 to 2022, when she humbly retired. That St. Stephen Nursery Teachers College was operating in Lira municipality from 1995 till 2022, when its operation was severely affected by COVID-19. And that St. Stephen Nursery Teachers Training College in Lira municipality then was affiliated to Ndejje University from 2015 to 2022 as a requirement by the government through the Ministry of Education and Sports. And that in 2018, 18 students from Karamoja were enrolled under government sponsorship to undertake studies. That the expected remittances from government were never compensated to date, causing the institution to accrue unpaid dues with Ndejje University. That the petitioner on behalf of the institution cleared to zero balance. That the petitioner on behalf of the institution cleared to zero balance in May 2023 as a precondition set by the university for the release of the academic documents. That a total of 102 students who completed their courses in 2027, 2017, 2018, 2019, Honourable Speaker, 2020, 2021, and 2022 to date have not received their transcripts and certificates. That the institution has made numerous correspondences and engagements with the administration of Ndejje University since 2017 to date, but nothing has come of it, as seen in the annexures. That calls have been made to the National Council for Higher Education to intervene, but have yielded very little or no action from Ndejje University. That the 102 affected students have missed opportunities, lost jobs, and more due to failure to produce transcripts and certificates as proof of completion of studies. The petitioner's prayer, Right Honourable Speaker, that Parliament prevails over Ndejje University to ensure that the students' academic documents are released without further delay for them to pursue other opportunities, and that the issue is brought to closure since all the dues were fully paid, which was their precondition for the release. That Parliament ensures that a team is set up to inquire into other students suffering in silence and may have been deprived of their academic documents, and that the Minister of Education and other education regulatory bodies establish working mechanisms to handle such issues conclusively at the regulatory level, with a clear escalation matrix and responsibility centers for accountability and support of students, learners, parents, and affiliated institutions. And finally, Right Honourable Speaker, that government reimburses the amount of money spent by the petitioner to clear dues of the 18 government-enrolled students from Karamoja that undertook the courses to its completion. These are the prayers, Right Honourable Speaker, for the petitioner. And I respectfully beg to lay the petition on the table for this House for your due consideration, Right Honourable Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Honourable. Colleagues, I'm invoking Rule 31, Sub-Rule 7 of our Rules of Procedure, where, in the opinion of the Speaker or presiding officer, says who can quickly handle the matter, whether it's a committee, whether it's a minister. And I want to refer it to the minister, not to the committee, because the minister can take quick action and report back to this House on Wednesday. Honourable Minister, I don't know whether you're comfortable with that, or I send it to the Committee on Education.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. I entirely agree with the position you've guided, and I also want to call upon most of our people who might be having the same problem that the Ministry of Education and Sports is open. We welcome you to bring such petitions or such cases for us to handle so that you can get justice. Right Honourable Speaker, for the record, this morning I was in the Committee of Education and Sports to follow up almost a similar matter. On the matter of Chambogo University, there was also a petition. Aniston Cook University, on the same matter, which again, I have asked the committee that we will handle these matters by Tuesday within the time frame you've guided. So I will bring a statement. And I also want to urge my colleague, how I wish I had this information early enough, I would have come with an answer here. But I pledge that I will be able to handle this expeditiously. Thank you.
Thank you. Colleagues, in the public gallery this afternoon, we have Ms. Tamari St. Stephen, Miss. Thank you. Also, in the public gallery again, we have Sister Stella Kayunyu Diocese in Kabaro District. She has come to observe. Thank you. Next item.
Item 5, laying of papers, Parliamentary Pension Scheme by Annual Report for the period ended December 31st, 2025.
Commissioner.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. I beg to lay by annual report for the period ended December 31st, 2025 of Parliamentary Pension Scheme. I beg to lay.
Thank you, colleagues. This report is for information purposes. I ask the clerk to upload it onto our platform so that, colleagues, you can read through and you follow up on the status of your pension. Even those who have spent only 1 month here, you're already receiving pension. Okay? So you better follow up on your 1 month pension. Oh, sorry, I'm being guided by the clerk, colleagues, because I had followed the rules, and I think this is why we need to update the rules early. And the Parliamentary Pensions Act, Parliament needs to consider this report. So if it needs to consider it, it means it must be referred to one of the committees, which will process and report back here. So I review my area guidance, and therefore I refer the report to the Committee on Legal and Parliamentary Affairs for consideration and reporting back within 45 days. Thank you, clerk. Next item.
Item 6 on the other paper, motion for a resolution of Parliament to express gratitude to His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, for the clear and precise exposition of government policy contained in the State of the Nation Address to Parliament of Uganda on 4th June 2026. Debate ensues.
Thank you. Now, whenever colleagues, like we guided earlier, this will go on. We are being interrupted with many issues that are coming up, but which are also important and keeping the House lively and of serious concern. So if you know you've already submitted on this motion, I request, because I might not be having a record, okay, but I request you don't submit again. That's very clear. Number 2, once again, it is 3 minutes. Okay, 3 minutes for each member. It's a maiden speech for this house. So I have 69 members who have already submitted. So it's a maiden speech, no interruption. You allow a member to speak without any interruption. And it's good manners also to remain here and we listen to that member. Because one day you'll be speaking and you'll need it to be listened to. Okay? And I'm noting down, some colleagues stand up many times and they don't see me picking them. I have very many reasons I consider. If you come here and you spend 30 minutes, 1 hour, and you go, and you do it very often, I take note. So, and then you come, you want to speak fast. So I wait for you. I see if you can speak around 8 p.m. I'll find ways also of giving silent punishment. So if you know that you're about to go, okay, I might take note. If you're going to leave this house, you should notify the presiding officer why you are going away. For example, Honorable Fungaru, their group has a meeting with the Right Honorable Prime Minister. That's why they went. So I'll start with Honorable Angura, followed by Honorable Sekabira.
Thank you very much.
Government Chief Whip, if you have a list of your people, you can share with me. If you have a list, I've received one of opposition now.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. I want to take this opportunity once again to thank the President for his exposition on the state of the nation, but also thank the Right Honorable the Chief Whip for giving me the opportunity to chair the first SONA preparation meeting that enabled the House and especially the NRM team to start with the discussions. Right Honorable Speaker, I want to make quick highlights on the issues the President raised. Number 1, the standard gauge railway, is one of our key assets that we are preparing as a nation, and it starts from Tororo and Tororo South, to be very specific. However, I want to bring to the attention of government that kilometer 0.1 to date has not been cleared in terms of compensation. So how I wish we fast track compensation in relation to kilometer 0.1, those who are demanding be settled, such that when the contractor finally is flagged off, it should be able to move without interruption. But this also brings me to a big challenge that we are running now as per the President's statement, the widening of the Malaba-Tororo Road. Right Honorable Speaker, as I speak to you now, over 3,000 trucks cross from Kenya to Uganda on a daily basis, and over 2,000 cross back. So the main artery as far as revenue collection is concerned for us is through that border. But you can wait from Tororo to Malaba for over 2 hours because of congestion and inability of faster movement of trucks. So that is considered as waiting in motion. The World Bank has gone ahead to compute how much we lose in terms of holding in traffic jams. It is to a tune of about $800 million is what we lose in terms of waiting in motion, that is jam within the borders but also within the country. So we must fast track that, but also separate the movement of cargo from the border. Fast track the northern bypass corridor through Malaba, Apokore, Kwapa to Magodes, so that the northern corridor traffic can exit through the other side, and the southern corridor traffic can come towards the old road. Right Honorable Speaker, the President also talked about our role in supporting him to see to it that the 1 billion shillings as the affirmative road fund given to our districts is increased. The president actually said that it is 3 billion that is being given to the districts. What I know is...
Thank you. Chair, you can conclude being...
Thank you very much. It is 1 billion that we receive in the districts, and some districts have received 2 billion shillings. But now the president said that he has a record of 3 billion shillings. And as Parliament, we can come here and look at any consideration to revise that amount. We badly need that amount to be revised. Tororo, we have about 2,000 kilometers of road as a district. No wonder we have been here raising concern about dividing the district. The district is so big, and we needed more money in that line. Finally, Right Honorable Speaker, the parish development model. This socio-economic drive is a project that all of us have running in our various districts. But in the country, we have 10,717 parishes. Out of those parishes, 128 have not been receiving that money. And in Tororo, we have 17 parishes that have not been accessing PDM. In my constituency, 8 parishes have not been accessing PDM. Efforts to have government accommodate these 128 parishes has not been forthcoming. And this is keeping people out of the money economy. But also...
Thank you. Honorable Secretary Dennis.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. I want to thank the Prime Minister for this motion. And for the record, I, in totality, associate myself with the submission of the Leader of Opposition. But Right Honorable Speaker, following your guidance, I wrote to the COW of Rural District so that I can submit with the facts on this issue, preferably on 4 sectors: health, education, roads, and power. So for power, I can submit next week when the minister brings the report. But for health, with the facts, Rural Hospital does not have an ICU, and this hospital is serving over 600 people in the district. Still, with the information furnished to me by the DHO through the COW, we do not have a sewage management system. Number 3, the hospital is understaffed. Actually, it is 38% staffed, and this leaves a very big gap to address the concerns of patients. Lastly, which is very embarrassing, Right Honorable Speaker, when power goes off, this hospital doesn't have a backup system. So when power goes off, they can only light candles. On the second issue, which is roads, the roads in Katikam North constituency are in very bad state. For now, I can use 2 roads for to give an example. The road from Chigavu to Chibula, the road from Ngogoro to Kansiri. Right Honorable Speaker, these roads have been bad during a dry season. I don't know what is going to happen when the rains start coming. And I think government has to respond very fast and address this issue. Second last is on education. We have 2 sub-counties, the sub-county of Tuntumula and rural sub-county. We do not have any secondary government school or even government aided. And this makes education very difficult to our people. Lastly, Right Honorable Speaker, and this is a very important issue, Rural District, being the mother district that brought the NRM into power, we do not have a legacy project. I hear the government is constructing a Kiboa Stadium, Hoima Stadium, but in Rural District we don't even have not only a stadium but even a market, because these markets are located to municipalities, and I think it should be in a consideration of government to at least give us a legacy project. Because we lost a lot during the liberation struggle. Thank you very much. I submit, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Now, honorable colleagues, from Honorable Sekabira's presentation, I've had a very good strategy. Writing to the COW, okay? And the COW gives you the status of your district. How you are doing, it becomes much easier. Thank you for that, and I would urge colleagues to always cross-check with their cows. So, Honorable Pachuto, Honorable Rogers Byamukama, Honorable Nakut Face, Honorable Robin Arwakojo.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, for giving me opportunity. Right Honorable Speaker, I want to thank our visionary president on updating the country on the state of the economy. Right Honorable Speaker, as a government, I think we have done a lot, but yet a lot more needs to be done. Right Honorable Speaker, we are grappling with the issue of the tax to GDP ratio. Many times we are complaining how our tax to GDP ratio is low, but one sure way that this country could increase that ratio is by adding value to our raw materials. I will give a case of Greater Navy. Right Honorable Speaker, in my district, Pakwach, the entire district is surrounded by the River Nile, where a lot of fish species are available, and if we concentrated by supporting the fishermen with good road networks, tarmac road networks, like the Panyimur, Pakwach, Wadlai Road, and making available electricity in every sub-county, I think our exports would grow because the electricity will help the fishermen have longer storage of preserving the fish. Secondly, in Greater Navy, we grow coffee, Arabic coffee in Zumbo. But the state of the road from Navy up to Vura border post is not very, very good to attract an investor or even to encourage the farmers do much better or add value. And yet our president again and again is saying, to create wealth, we must add value. I therefore want to appeal that in this 5-year term, we concentrate on seeing that electricity, our road networks, support the envisaged growth and development that we would like to see in this country. On the issue of health, Right Honorable Speaker, Pakwach again lies in the lowland with the River Nile. Very, very many years ago, Right Honorable Yume here knows, my Minister for Primary Health, that the Nile is not very good source of water for consumption. And because of that, my people are vomiting blood because they suffer from bilharzia. Pakwach is located just at the gateway of West Nile. Whatever happens in the park.
Thank you. Honorable Rogers Byamukama.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. My name is Rogers Byamukama. I represent the people of Masindi Municipality. I rise in support of the motion to commend the President on the State of the Nation address, where he highlights human capital development, economic empowerment, electrification, and skilling. However, in my constituency, some of these things are very alien. I have 2 divisions that don't have a secondary school. That is Kigulia Division and Karujubu Division. I have a whole division that does not have a single health care unit, be it a health center too that is being phased out. I therefore want to suggest and request through you, Right Honorable Speaker, that the ministry is concerned, education and health, to give affirmative action to this municipality. Secondly, we talk about economic empowerment. But our road infrastructure is almost dead. I would like to request the Minister of Works to give us a road from Masindi Miria connecting to Rwenkunye, such that the entire western Uganda, southwestern and western Uganda, can be connected to Lango sub-region and Teso sub-region. That will give economic improvement, market for our people, and improve movement across those 2 regions. And lastly, we talk about electricity for agriculture industrialization. In my municipality, Villages surrounding the central business district do not have electricity, but you find electricity in many other rural areas. But in town, where we should be doing cottage industries, there is no electricity. Therefore, I suggest and request through you, Right Honorable Speaker, that the Minister of Energy should take care of our people in terms of energy, electricity, even to the existing government infrastructure, but also to give our people an opportunity to do value addition. I thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Yes, Honorable Faith Nakut.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I also join colleagues to appreciate His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda for the communication he gave to the nation during the State of the Nation address. In that communication, he communicated content that was similar to the one he communicated at his swearing-in ceremony. It means that that communication is not just for a year, but is for a term. It is his vision for this term of office. I will quote two statements which are critical for us. One, he said, no more withholding your hope when others are cultivating. Two, he said, no more diverting us from the things that are important. These statements mean that the country should move as one and in one direction. On the matter of the participation of Ugandans in their economy, he emphasized it in both speeches. It is on us as leaders and also the people of Uganda that we examine our level of participation in our national economy. A few weeks ago, when the international bodies began to rank countries that had shifted to middle income status, Ugandans were disappointed when our neighbors were being ranked high, even though our economy is said to be growing very fast. Do you know why? Because of this thing which the president said that Ugandans should be actively participating in their economy. The investment by foreign investors alone, or by Ugandans who go abroad and bring their money, is not adequate to bring us to the kind of life that we want of wealthy people. So there is a job to be done in this term of office, according to how I understood the communication from the president. I believe that the sector ministries will align themselves with that vision. The president already gave his vision. I also believe that this parliament will align itself with that vision so that we contribute, not diverting, but contribute to the cause of making Ugandans wealthy as a whole. I was happy when this House passed a loan for irrigation. That is part of contribution towards the cause of increasing productivity and reducing the shocks that
ebifa mu entertainment industry munsi yonna okutwaliza awamu okunnuka ogatta n'amawulire agafa mu sekita ez'enjawulo tugoberere
in Uganda and emphasizing commercial farming, but Right Honorable Speaker, through you I wanted to interest the agriculture sector in the issue of food security. Right Honorable Speaker, outside there, the public has mixed perception in relation to commercial agriculture. They assume everything produced must be sold. And the people are harvesting, are selling agricultural output in the garden before even harvest. As leaders,
colleagues, we need to explain, we need to ensure food security in our constituents, because within, by September, as I talk now, people are struggling to have 1 meal a day outside their up country. Right Honorable Speaker, what also caught my ear during the presidential address was the presidential pledge to continue supporting schools, that is universal primary education and universal secondary education. However, Right Honorable Speaker, we are experiencing challenges in our areas of jurisdiction. Some of the faith-founded schools, secondary schools, had a meeting in the State House, and I believe the Minister of Education was participated, where they agreed that
Thank you. Honorable Robin Arakojo, then Engineer Zado, then Honorable Maseruka, and Honorable Yagarachi.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, for the opportunity. I would like to congratulate you. I've spoken before, but I hadn't said it, but I genuinely congratulate you upon your reappointment. I want to support the motion for a resolution of Parliament to express gratitude to His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda for the clear and precise exposition of government policy contained in the State of the Nation address to Parliament that was given on the 4th of June. In my constituency, we have part of the national herd, which really is contained in the cattle corridor and in other areas. We are threatened by foot and mouth disease. I have time and again pleaded that the cost of the vaccine should be reduced so that people are encouraged to vaccinate their cows. If anything, actually, if it were reduced, there should be a forced exercise of everybody doing it. Because right now, only those who can afford do it, and then those who can't afford don't do it, and there's no use in, you'll find the cows will still get sick. You need to eliminate it as a whole. So that's what I would request for. However, we also need water, and I pray that we get excavators in that area so that we can dig more valley dams. I pray that we get water bowsers so that we can have water got from the existing dams and taken to people's dams. And I hope that the vaccine, the anti-tick vaccine, the exercise can be spread. I also pray, I want to thank the President for the agro-industrialization venture in Chisozi, the beef and beans factory. We will still need these cows there. So if these measures I've talked about can be put in place, it will help us. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Honorable Robin, I just wanted us to be together, especially on the issue of FMD vaccine. You remember in the last parliament how we debated this issue so much. And that time, the challenge, Honorable Minister, was that there was no sufficient supply. Government didn't have money to buy enough. Then we proposed here in the House. We said, no, you have people who can afford. People have their cows, they can afford, but government, you're saying, no, you cannot buy it yourself. It has to be government controlled. So we agreed with the, I remember it was a long debate here. I chaired that debate. And we said, government should contribute, we also contribute. So now I don't know how we are going to handle the issue of those who are not able to afford at all, okay? Or those who are constrained, because you see you can have a product, but you're constrained, in economics what we call constrained demand. You're constrained by the price. So I don't know, Honorable Robina, the challenge you're facing and how we can handle that.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. There are people who can afford, although it's a strain on them. But honestly, there are those who can't. Because, you know, you're buying your own vaccines, you're buying your own acaricide and all that, and many times people find fake products on the market. So you find that there's a lot that gets out in terms of what you put in. People are now also feeding their cows because they come up with silage, with hay and all that. So not all farmers are at par. There are some who are better off than others and could afford, but many of them cannot.
Okay.
And so it's uneven.
Okay.
Thank you.
I will propose for the Minister of Agriculture to meet with MPs from the cattle corridor. Even as Wachig, of course, we have cows, but you find I have one. And Honorable Kafuz has 1,000. So Kafuz will represent me in covering 1,000. Honorable Doug and people who own, you know. I think, Honorable Minister, you do it that way. You meet with the cattle corridor MPs. You look at their unique issues in relation especially to the issue of FMD. And, you know, sending to just committees. I've said cattle corridor, if you have cows, you will be known. Otherwise, even Bachiga have cows. Honor Minister, Honor Pachuto, you have fish on your side. I came over. You only brought me issues of fishing. You never brought issues of cows. Maybe let's listen to Honor Pachuto.
Thank you, Right Honorable
Honor Minister, just a minute. Honor Pachuto.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I thank you that you've taken up this matter and you're asking the Minister to address it. But I think limiting it to the MPs from cattle corridors only is not very much welcome. Because, Right Honorable Speaker, the President is encouraging us to go into an economy. The Ministry of Agriculture is not just about crop production. It's about animal production. It's about fisheries. The government over the years has been supplying seeds. It has been giving Ugandans horse. So let them also support the people in animal production and fisheries as well.
Pachuto, don't divert me. You were here when we had this debate. You see, when FMD comes, they don't allow movement of cattle anywhere. You will find you will not have any beef in this country. You will start importing from Brazil. You will have no milk. You will have a crisis. Okay? I don't know any disease that can support, that can stop sale of fish. I've not had one that, you know. So what I'm talking about is, it's a very unique situation. But that has not stopped us from having interventions for other areas. We've been here. We've been very fair. And this catches Karamoja, it goes Teso. It's only the Bachiga who are disenfranchised in this area, but the rest seem to be having. So Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. And I take in what the Honorable from Gomba has just raised, but we came to this floor and we agreed at that time when we were really faced with this challenge of foot and mouth disease.
Oyagala okumanya ebifa mu nsi nga bw'etambula, biki ebifa ku serebu wo, ebisanyusa wamu n'ebikuzimba. Oyagala okumanya ebifa mu entertainment industry mu nsi yonna, okutwaliza awamu, okunnuka ogatta n'amawulire agafa mu sekita ez'enjawulo. Tugoberere ku YouTube, Facebook, Twitter ne TikTok. Mega Promotions TV. Oyagala okumanya ebifa mu nsi nga bw'etambula, biki ebifa ku serebu